DCA adventure is rated F for fucking awesome.
Yo, Crypto Nation. It's another FA Friday coming right up at ya. Yo, with your favorite peoples here. You got Chris, you got Mikkel, you got myself, Nemesis, and just cutting it in just on time, I guess, we got the Gundy. We got the Meme Master. The Meme Master finally made it here. Good God, man. Cutting it close over there. But we got Jason the Tiger Osborne. We got him dropping in those FAs hot and heavy. We got Sherm. What's up, dude? He's like, it's party time. Hello. We got Sadie. Yo, what's up? Rude, my dude. From earlier, if you guys don't know, I do on Crypto and Hot Rods, I do a free hash Friday over there. And Rude, my dude, was the winner again. He's been on a hot streak with me about winning this. He's damn near dethroned Techman on my channel.
Wow.
Techman has not won on my channel with Rude there. I'm just
rigged.
I'm just saying.
I agree. Sure. Rigged.
I know, man. He's fucking won it like 3 or 4 times now. 4 times? I think 4.
We gotta start questioning which software you're using.
Right. It's like we like this guy Rude, man. We're just gonna make him win. But whenever there's only like a handful of people that are fucking, entering in, the odds of you winning multiple times is very high when there's like 8 people.
Oh yeah. That's like way higher than the lottery. I mean, it's,
right.
You're guaranteed to lose if you don't show up.
Right. So I'm just saying. I mean, like you want to dethrone Rude, man. We need more people there. I know Rude's sitting there. I know Rude's sitting there going, "Don't tell anybody. I need to keep winning here. This is winning."
Gotta love that free hash rate.
Right. Like I love the smell of free hash rate in the morning. Oh yeah. Hashtag it was rude.
It was rude. Like, no, I'm posting it all over Discord. Sure.
He's like, I want to spread the hash. I want to spread the hash love out, man.
I swear.
Very quietly. It's written in code.
Right. It's like, y'all should check out what I'm looking at. That's all it says. I told people.
So what's been happening, everybody? Like, what's been happening during your week? What's new and exciting? Put it in the chat.
Stuffs and things over here.
Oh, what kind of stuffs and things?
Oh, just the stuffs and things.
The biggest stuffs and the biggest of the things.
Sounds like some really good stuffs and things. What about you, Brian?
Worked on a what was it? It was a Jeep Grand Cherokee with some transmission oil cooler lines that are notorious for leaking.
Uh-huh.
Thank God I was able to get them out of the junction block. Because it's like, if you guys do not understand, like what what oxygen does to things when you expose it to with water, it starts to create this really cool compound called oxidation. Well, it happens faster when you got 2 dissimilar metals separated by a liquid. It's called a battery.
Yeah.
And what you have there is an aluminum junction block with steel fittings and a steel line. And aluminum in that situation creates aluminum oxide. And aluminum oxide, man, if man could create a Loctite with that kind of grip, bolts would never back out.
It's funny.
Well, I would ask Gundy what's new with him in this week, but it seems like he's still not here.
No. So I got to like sit there and like lay on my back and get like I was expecting to get drizzled on with oil, and yeah,
metals, yeah, for sure.
This transmission only had like probably about 8 of the 13 quarts. It was no less than that. It'd be like six out of the 13 quarts.
Ooh.
So I undid the lines and it just drizzled out. And I was like, wow, I would think from the cooler I'd have more fluid.
You would think.
I mean, the cooler was way above my head. I was like expecting to take a small bath, and it didn't happen. I was delightfully like disappointed that I did not take a bath.
And clean,
right?
Clean.
That's what I didn't stay. Man, everything was so nasty.
No oil bath for you.
No oil bath, but everything I touched.
No oil showers.
But everything I touched underneath there was just covered in like sticky residue of oil and just road dirt stuck to the oil. Oh God, it was nasty.
I gotta take my car in for an oil leak. It's like, man, son of a gun. I had to clean my driveway with the degreaser and like Dawn dish soap today. But yeah, so what's new for me is I put in my 2 weeks notice at work today because I got a new job over at a marketing company at a marketing firm for a construction company that's local.
Nice.
Yeah.
No more overnights.
Oh, no more driving for like 5 hours and stop and go traffic because the Ortega highway's closed down. This place is like 15 minutes away from where I live, so it's like, oh, yes.
That's always nice.
And I'm not taking a ding in pay. Pay is the same, but the benefits are, for every client that I bring in on certain programs, I could actually qualify for residuals. I'm like, okay, well, I'll have to learn more about that one. So, yeah. Put in my 2 weeks notice this morning.
Nice. Hopefully it works out.
Yep. I had I wasn't even looking for the job. It happens to be like the owner of the company happens to be the father of one of my daughter's volleyball teammates. And he happened to be a Marine, and we just instant click, and found out about everything that he's been doing. I was just like, dude, I studied that. He's like, really? Dude, I'm looking for somebody. You need to talk to these two right here. Do an interview. Do it tomorrow. I'm like, done. So yeah. And then in during my weekend,
just because you two grunt the same way and say hoorah doesn't make you friends, okay? I'm just saying.
You know what? I tend to disagree. Statistically speaking, like if it's somebody that has done military service almost 100% of the time, like 96, maybe 99% of the time, we get along every fucking time. Plus, he's hiring veterans anyway. Like his entire company's like, they're almost everybody's a veteran.
Oh, I got guys that I have a guy is fucking he's a Marine also. Fucking I'm friends with his kid, and then he fucking like I with my business I've been advertising on some local apps. And how's
that working out?
Working out pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good actually. Fucking and
What kind of
Still,
tracking are
still
you
rocking
doing
the
to?
shirt, Sadie.
What kind of tracking are you using to find out where the leads are coming from?
um everybody sat there and specifically told me where they got my number from.
Gotcha.
I've been getting direct confirmation. Going, okay, I'm advertising in a decent spot right now. All right. And so I fucking this older guy gets a hold of me about working on a Suburban. And then
Okay.
and then he and then like as they're showing up to drop the Suburban off on a tow truck because it's got a fuel leak. And I see the old man like park with a Subaru, and I see this guy cut past real fast with on a motorcycle, and I'm like, that bike looks familiar. I'm like, I know that bike from somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure. And then it pulls up in front of my house, and I'm like, oh, I know this guy. And I'm like, oh, I saw this bike one time, like behind me, and I recognized the person on there, but we were both driving. So, but it'd been like a few years since we've talked to each other. And he's like, I know you. So it's his. I didn't realize his old man was ex-Marine.
There's no such thing as an ex-Marine.
Well, non-active duty.
Okay.
I would say there's got to be a point where you're no longer Marine, or no longer military. Or you'd still be thanked for your service and everything like that. But there's a point where it's behind you far enough where it's not you no more. But yeah, so I mean. He's been sitting there like trying like keeping my ass busy. I'm like I'm gonna be working on his Harley next. And he's bringing his Suburban in again for me to tinker on it some more because it's like a 76, so it's like, a work of art. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it needs some work. And and then like he's sitting there trying to get his Harley started in my driveway after it rained. And he's like, "Oh, I've always got a problem with the switch control." And I'm like, I get down next to it and I hear click, click, and I'm like, "Do that again." And I hear click. I'm like, no, the relay works. I went and got a hammer and a screwdriver, tapped the back of the starter, thing fired up, and I'm like, he's like, you know how to do
$87.
He's like, you know how to do a starter on this? I'm like, absolutely not, but it's a starter. How hard can this be? So I
Knowing
did.
where to tap is priceless.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
So this Harley, I don't understand what you were thinking with this one. So I start doing research because I'm like, sometimes I'm a greedy bastard, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like to have some easy fucking money, right? So I'm like researching this thing, and it's like, Harley, why did you do this of all ways of doing this? You did it this way. So it's the Harley Sportster. From the early 2000s, it has what they call a wet clutch. So the clutch is actually inside of fluid, and it's got its own little clutch cover, and it's got a little cam chest that you can open up, a little cover on there, so you can make the actual adjustment on the clutch cabling itself, and actually take the cabling off if you need to. So they want you to take the clutch cable off the clutch, take the shifter linkage off the bike, take the whole clutch cover off, just to get to the 2 bolts for the starter. They couldn't have done it from the other direction. They had to do it from inside where the clutch is. It's like, why?
Is it visually more appealing that way?
I don't understand how that one works out. That makes it it just makes it a miserable job to do. I mean, it's at least a few hours worth of work. I'm gonna try to bang it out in like an hour. It
You
looks
fixed
like
it with a hammer and a screwdriver.
I got to fire it up with a hammer and a screwdriver because it's like it had a little stuck spot. They probably tried at one point in time. They were firing it up with like an almost dead battery, and it's fucking paying its toll on the bike itself. Anytime that you have a low battery, what it ends up doing when you have a low battery or an almost dead battery, people are like, oh no, I don't have to replace anything else, just give me a new battery. And everybody thinks us mechanics are trying to scam them, where we're like, you should probably do the alternator with this. Because like a dead battery or a bad battery will end up taking or damaging or at least sucking the life out of the diodes inside the alternator, and it starts wearing out the positive brush on the alternator. Subsequently, on the starter side, you end up on a bad battery or a low battery, you start burning the ground. Like, what ends up happening is that the power passes through, but it's not enough to give it the kick. So it just sits there grounding and getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, and it's just
I'm so hot.
and it cooks the ground. It does this in even like what people don't realize, like when you're looking at like ASIC miners. Oh, you see how I'm able to route this into crypto?
Get out of here. Nope, not today. Nope.
Not tonight.
Nope.
But it's some of what whenever
tonight.
right, let me do it this one time. But whenever you're looking like ASIC miners, you'll see the discoloration in the white connector, and it's always on the ground side.
Interesting.
It's what happens to low voltage when it gets stuck. Like, for whatever reason, something got stuck and was just sitting there grounding for whatever reason. And it just sends all that ground all the way through the system until it gets back to the power, until it gets back to the connector for the power. Same thing happens on the starter brushes in your car with low voltages. It plays fucking havoc in the whole system.
Oh, yay.
That's what
Finally
takes
hit
out like
400 hashes.
light bulbs in your house when you have a brownout. And like, you know how like everything dims and just kind of snaps back and it blows out fucking bulbs and shit like that.
Yeah, those are never fun in California, you know.
I'm sure you've. I mean, I've lived in Chicago, so I'm sure you've experienced the rolling brownouts.
There was definitely a time where they were actually quite frequent. Haven't had any in a while lately.
Yeah, because nobody can afford to turn the AC on. That was causing all the problems. The grid was
Once
only.
everybody realizes they don't have solar and
Sad
they can't
but
afford the
true.
dadgum freaking AC, all of a sudden we have power for the grid.
No, it was like they never had power. They never had enough power on the grid. It's like an 80-year-old system that they've been putting band-aids on. So the system was only designed to like really have everybody with light bulbs. If you really think about it, the system was made for light bulbs.
Yeah, it wasn't made for all the heavy duty shit that we got.
No, yeah,
especially these fucking electric cars.
Yeah, oh my god. It's like fucking I'm waiting for California to get pissed off at the electric company again for setting the forest on fire because, you know, they've got 50 million more fucking electric vehicles and now we got electric semi-trucks. Yeah.
Dude, have you seen the electric Amazon delivery truck?
Oh god, yeah.
With the little freaking round ass like bug lights.
They got them out here.
I keep thinking they're gonna blink or wink at me.
It's like I don't know if I'm looking at a sad or a happy robot.
One thing's for sure, it ain't Wally.
No. And I never see the drivers with a smile. They're just there.
Well, that's because they
Present.
know that if they, lose a charge, they gotta stay 5-6 hours to charge it.
And they might get fined for being for enjoying themselves too. We're docking your pay. You were happy today. Come back pissed off tomorrow.
You were on your phone while your car was charging.
Right.
How dare you?
Dude, has anybody read or listened to the books Atlas Shrugged?
Nope.
So I was listening to a podcast earlier this week while I was doing some quick research just to, brush up on some marketing stuff because I wanted to build something for the interview. And one of the guys was talking about the time that his mentor was listening to him rant and rave about, how he's trying to do his best and stuff, but, other people aren't doing their best, and, the guy said, you should read Atlas Shrugged. So in that moment, I was just like, you know what? I've been told for like 20 years I should read this book. So I found out that it's currently free on Audible. Like all 3 Atlas Shrugged books. Or you can just download like the one, trilogy and call it a day. It's like 62 hours long for all 3 books. I'm currently in the middle of book 2. But holy shit. I wish I had read this book like 20 years ago. It's like everything that's happening right now with the economy and politics and whatnot. Like, when was the book written? Atlas Shrugged.
We're doing what every collapsing empire has done in the past. We're currently doing today. We're doing it in our own American way. So the last big country to really like commit suicide over the decades was the German culture, right?
It was written in 1957.
Nice. So we're talking after World War II. Mm-hmm. So we have grounds of World War I and World War II influences on this book. So you should see correlations to what's happening today in that book.
And this was during the era of McCarthyism when everybody was looking for the communists. Okay. So what's interesting is that Ayn Rand, the author, she always wanted to be a writer. Like her writing was her passion. But she was asked, like, are you a philosopher too? She's like, I'm only a philosopher to make my writing better. And everything that she's written in Atlas Shrugged, it's just like, holy shit, I'm seeing that happen now on like a massive fucking scale.
So if you look at every dominant culture in history, and you can do a countdown from the moment that particular empire was not just on the decline, but dying. And what they all have in common, like for instance, the Roman era, right? You had open prostitution and bathhouses became prolific right towards the very end. So you had the moral decay, right? At the very end, you had the economic decay. They were clipping coins and diluting the currency. And they were also had led up to price fixing by the government. The government was decreeing what people were able to sell goods and services for. So now we have a planned government, a planned economy that was on its way out the door. Every economy ever since then has done very similar things. Germany did the same thing with Hitler. The Hitler made the private army. Hitler had the private the private currency. They privatized a lot of stuff to the government. And we're doing, and they also had the whole moral decay. I mean, all all the basic 7 deadly sins, all decaying governments do that. And name one that our government hasn't been currently backing up in some way, shape, or form. And we can see that the U.S.
John
government's
Germain,
dying.
put links in the live chat right there. One is to the Wikipedia of the book Atlas Shrugged, and then the other one is to Ayn Rand's Wikipedia page. But yeah, like highly, highly, highly recommend you guys, give the audiobook a listen to. Like, holy shit. It really is opening my eyes, not just to the areas of, capitalism and ingenuity, but also, social justice warfare that's been going on right now in politics.
Yep.
It might have a different name, but it's the same fucking politics.
Yep.
It's those that have nothing that are
you have to have your scapegoat in order to rally the people behind. Hitler, it was the Jews. The Jews had all the money. The Jews ran the banks. It was the Jews' faults that everybody was poor. So and they painted
They
the
still
Jew
have all the money. They still run the banks.
and they not so much
Jokes on him,
anymore.
nothing changed.
That's not so much anymore, but
Just kidding.
but it's like
It's Gundy.
Yo.
Gundy.
He's here.
Yo.
Finally,
Everybody
geez.
hush. Everybody hush. We can't talk about him anymore.
I was never talking about him
I know. Nobody.
I know he wasn't here either.
Not important.
until he showed his face, and I said, "Oh, Gundy."
We started talking about Atlas Shrugged, and he's like, "Hello."
He's like, I'm out of here, man. They're getting into deep thought over here. This is like beyond a derailment.
What happens when all the conspiracies come true? What do we have left to do?
Is it still a conspiracy when it's been proven true?
I don't know, man. You're a truthist. You're a dirty
No, you
truthist.
see, the problem that I have is that the CIA has been running a cover front of calling everything a conspiracy so that those who actually found the truths were considered nutbags.
Of course. You make the opposition seem insane.
That guy's crazy. Don't listen to him.
They've done it for years, since before Nikola Tesla.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to fringe science, like energy out of nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, is it really coming out of nothing, or is it actually being
Or like, hey,
captured in a new way?
I cured this guy with a bunch of herbs. Ah, you're a witch. Burn that bitch.
Actually, that was Rockefeller's deal. Rockefeller, and his cronies, they actually put through lobbyists and the medical
Oh,
boards
but
and
you
shit like
know
that
why, though,
to actually
right?
get rid of
You know.
Holistic, yeah.
the way,
They made it
holistic
illegal.
medicine, because they wanted medicine to be in pill form. That way they could make a
No.
profit.
It wasn't even that.
Petrol, so.
No,
That-
that's just
like-
a shortened version of it.
No, the shortened version, fucking Rockefellers fucking had fucking steaks and oil, and they wanted to push the petroleum-based fucking vaccines.
Of course.
You're talking, I'm talking about like way back when they actually took herbal medicine out of medical
Right.
colleges.
They were all in the oils industries. I'm not
That's
talking
true.
motor
That's true.
oils. I'm just talking oils. Everything, like the oil industry was taking over the medical industry. Because the oil tycoons are the ones that had all the money to fucking back everything up. So they were
Well, yeah,
they were
the oil
financing.
industry is what gave them the money to actually, put lobbyists in place.
Well,
to
not only that, it allowed
get the medical companies.
It allowed
and
them
medical
to
industry.
purchase whenever the medical industries needed a loan or a grant. They couldn't go to the government. The government could not issue money, not like they can today. So they had to find a bank or a private company that was willing to fund the research. And a lot of the research funding came from the oil industry. That's where the lockstep came in between the oil industries and the medical industry. And since the oil industry had such a big stake in the medical industry, it only made sense that they were to lobby Congress to try to push oil and the medical industry at the same time.
Which is why we have all petroleum-based medicines.
And single-use plastics that I kind of chuckled and I was like, okay, what government didn't know that this wasn't a scam? And they're going after Exxon all of a sudden. That with the recycling program being a scam.
Of course it is.
They knew it was a scam. They're getting mad at them is that they weren't recycling the plastic and that they were fucking turning it into a fuel because it was single-use plastics.
Yeah. Throwaways.
Yeah.
All your 20-ounce bottles.
There's no way to recycle these plastics. It's a scam.
Landfill, baby, landfill.
That's where all of it goes.
Yeah.
If it's not turned into fuel.
Yeah, you ever burn plastic? You seen that black ass smoke comes off it? That shit'll kill you, dude.
Yeah, but if you soft melt it and then you spray it on fire like you do a diesel,
Yeah.
you don't get so much black smoke. You get a better, cleaner burn.
Oh, there you go. WD-40. Rude likes his WD-40, huh?
Right? Yeah. It's sad. Like the way that it's like our government was initially set up for the people, and then over time, corruption set in.
Oh yeah, that was all the same time when they got rid of all the rich people that didn't want central banking too.
Yeah. As soon as we put the Federal Reserve in, it was downhill. Federal Reserve for us, the IMF for Europe, the British Central Bank. You've got the ECU for Europe. Fucking yeah, like they're all that shit's fucking. That's communism. That's shit. That shit's horrible.
Shit is horrible, guys. Horrible.
It's so bad.
Yeah, Rockefeller actually called for the standardization of medical education.
Yep.
Whereby only the AMA,
and
a
then
monopoly, would be allowed to grant medical school licensure in the U.S.
and then who lobbied all these kids with all the money? They're like, oh sure, I'll give you all this money.
I found
Like,
a great
teach
article
this.
for you guys
You gotta teach this, and then we'll
from a
give you.
blog. Check that out. It goes into the history of how Rockefeller took over medicine.
Oh yeah, it is wild. There's so many little different contributing factors, and you're like, whoa, that was a fucking takeover.
It's like if you ever tell the doctor you ate some plant or something and cured yourself, they'll be like, "You're crazy." they don't believe it because they're only
they know. So what they're doing is that they're taught that the only thing that works is if you find that if you can isolate that one piece that's causing the cure, and then you synthesize it, then you have a real cure.
Yeah.
That's the way they look at it.
Or make that one piece illegal.
Well, the thing is they'll give you
Vitamin B17.
that masks the symptoms.
Anybody hear about that?
No.
And they would give you something else for the side effects of that medicine, and then something else for the side effects of that medicine. It's just a vicious chain until you're taking 30 pills a day.
I mean, there's people that have been cured
Vitamin
seizure.
B17 has been used as an anti-cancer agent since the 1800s.
There's crazy shit out there.
And you've never heard of it.
I've heard it. Like,
gee,
weird
I
shit,
wonder
apricot
why.
seeds.
And people have cured neurological seizures with
What's up,
mushrooms.
Yeah. one good trip and you're
or
cured.
CBD.
Not even a trip. They don't do the trips on them. There was a guy that was having like over 1,000 seizures a month.
What,
And
using
he would
microdoses?
he would do one microdose every 6 months. And
Oh,
it's like a tenth of a gram. And it like resets reset his neurological brain pathways.
You start talking about mushrooms, man. You can get banned for that shit too.
Oh my God.
Let's not forget about Alzheimer's and dementia.
Oh yeah.
We made it into the
Alzheimer's and dementia's
1.6
actual
million
name is
sub
diabetes
chaps.
type 3.
Well,
Diabetes
we're
type
almost
3.
there.
Well, Alzheimer's,
Almost
they're
there.
also linking some of that to, well, I mean, you have some drug usage, but the other thing is the mechanics have a very high thing with Alzheimer's and dementia. And they're starting to root cause it to oxides. Aluminum oxides, rust, steel oxide, your rusts and corrosions. Yeah.
And you're grinding that shit down, not wearing a mask. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're breathing in those oxides and it goes right to your brain. It uptakes into your body readily.
I love forever chemicals, bro. They're so good.
Most people in the world are walking around, it's like we're not even talking about the microplastics, but actual heavy metal toxicities of some sorts.
Yeah. Like the aluminum in there. So tasty.
Flu shots in the early days with the aluminum, yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, and lead too. Do you know what shaved lead tastes like? Cinnamon. They've been using that shit for like fake cinnamon. I'm like, that's disgusting.
Hey, could be worse. I mean, we could be in Haiti, be in the Haitian country where they make what is, they call it bonbon. It's a mud cookie.
Well, here's a.
I was just like,
Sandra
Yeah,
made,
it's
what?
Never
literally
made
made
the
out
real
of,
base
it's literally
17, which
made out of
encapsulated
mud.
all
Yeah,
the poison.
it's got some
that only
food
cancer
quality
cells
in
could
it,
open.
but they use a lot of mud.
Hold on.
What?
B17, which encapsulated almond poison that only cancer cells could open. In fact, apple seeds also contain cyanide. All right, now let's also look at table salt. Okay, sodium chloride. Separately, sodium can kill you. Separately, chloride can fucking kill you. But together, completely harmless. Okay, now. Same thing with the dadgum seed. There's actually Asian cultures that almond seeds are a staple food, and none of them have cancer. None of them. And the reason is because the seeds actually prevent cancer.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And apple seeds,
I think not
You can
eating
eat those
Just
too,
be like,
believe it or not.
just be like, hey, you ever want to like
An almond a day keeps the cancer away.
if you want to keep your birds healthy and disease free, you grow American elderberry by them and let them eat the berries.
and what do berries contain? Seeds.
And antioxidants and probiotics. It's
I
natural
don't know
medicine.
if anybody here is a red part of the Bible that actually says
Had a
eat the
branch of
seeds,
pulmonarium.
but there's a reason behind it.
Right? You watch an animal. They eat an apple,
Man.
core and all. Kind of funny,
Yeah,
isn't it?
core and all.
Hey man, we've been taught the
Not
wrong
the
stuff from day one.
claws.
Since we were put on this
Wow.
planet, they taught us the wrong shit.
Right? And imagine that
Okay.
very same
Like
people,
the food pyramid's upside down, folks.
and the very same people that are trying to teach us how to eat and live life are trying to teach us about money.
Yeah, we'll see how well that goes. But yeah, the food pyramid.
They're the same people that are teaching you that needs more important
Yeah.
than
What is
anything
it?
else.
The,
So
the big-
if you have the means, then it doesn't matter what you need. It's the needs of the people that are more important than your needs.
so the
Yep.
food pyramid. What was the bottom one? That was the grains, right?
Grains and fats.
7 to 11 servings or something a day.
Yeah.
That sounds like a recipe for diabetes to me. Just saying.
Well, with today's breads and grains and whatnot that have been bleached and everything, they take all the natural nutrients out. You're absolutely fucking right.
You want to know? You want to know what's funny? Like you can watch. You can
Fortified
look
or
at
enriched.
Like there's a reason that the prayer says,
What's up, Shooky?
"Give us this day our daily bread." It's because back in the day,
Crypto
bread was
Badil.
actually like a superfood.
no, it's not just a super. It was fermented.
Some of them,
Sour.
yeah.
It was sourdough bread.
Not all of it, but yeah.
Majority
there's
of
plenty that were.
majority of it was sourdoughs, or if you had like hot regions, they were flatbreads.
Like if you get white bread, you're just killing yourself.
Yeah.
You get anything that's store bought that's not like organic,
You
you're
can
just
make
fucking
white
killing
bread
yourself.
at home with the good flour and shit.
Yeah,
you know.
make it yourself if
Like,
you
do
can.
that, at least you won't feel like a bloated sack of turds after you eat that shit.
Find recipes that require you to use grains and seeds.
I mean, that's what happens, man. You go eat like a Hawaiian roll or like
Ooh,
Yeah,
Shuby
but-
says I make my own sourdough.
the 99-cent
Nice.
bread at the grocery store. That shit, you eat a couple of slices of that, dude. You're like,
Wonder bread, and you wonder
we
why
used
you
to
have
make-
diabetes
we-
and Alzheimer's.
My Sherry used to have a culture of Amish sweetbread.
mm.
Oh my god, that stuff was like amazing.
Yeah, I put so much.
Yeah,
weight
John
on
Germain. The
making
reason the
that shit.
store-bought bread doesn't spoil anymore is because they found out that if they took all of the natural stuff that's good for you out of it, it lasts longer on the shelf because they were tired of losing profits when store-bought bread didn't last. It
mean,
would
that's-
rot on the shelf because it was so damn healthy. So
That's
they
why we're
started
so
figuring
old.
out ways to alter it in order to make it last longer, and that took a lot of the nutrients out. Like you're literally eating fucking sponges.
Yeah.
Yoga mats and shit. It's disgusting. They hate us in this country. I don't
You know
what it
what's
is.
beautiful about this right here? It's homemade mead. I don't have to worry about what the fuck is in my alcohol because I made it my goddamn self.
Yeah. Who knows what Anheuser
Hoorah.
their shit before they bottle it up.
Nothing but pure orange juice and honey. Like fresh.
Yeah, the only thing that's more dangerous than that I mean, like you can't say it on YouTube really because YouTube gets mad at you if you say it. So
YouTube's mad at us already. They haven't monetized us yet, and we've been here for
no
400 years. Fuck YouTube.
this one like this one will get you like this one like YouTube really doesn't like let you really say it too much. So you what
Say it
you
once and let it go.
If you say it, you got to say it in like code. So I'll say it the way that I heard somebody else say it. I kind of thought it was funny, and they're making a sign and a shirt line for it. It just it's backwards. Okay, so just whatever I'm saying here, just read it backwards. War Klim. Just say it backwards. War Klim. You want to make sure that you're also drinking lots of War Klim. Everybody's now.
Like that in the live chat? Because I'm looking at that and I'm like,
No. You see, the C should be a K.
but still the war. WAR.
Yeah.
Oh.
A little slow today. A little slow. It's War
You
Klim.
didn't just spell it backwards. You also put the words backwards. It should be Klim War.
Like they're cutting down on all these people. Like they're taking their war clam off the shelves, like, and destroying it.
Yeah.
What's the big deal? Like, is it really that good for you? You have to throw it away?
Yep, it's for animal use only.
Unpasteurized.
It's terrible.
Well, you don't have four stomachs is how they say it. It's why you shouldn't have it. You don't have
Your
four
body
stomachs.
can't process it. Yes, it can.
The bacteria, if I inject the bacteria directly into your bloodstream, it could kill you. I still don't follow this logic. I'm not injecting it into my bloodstream.
I'm eating it.
That's how they lobbied this.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They took a direct culture in a high dosage that basically the human body could not consume enough Warclim to have the bacteria high enough in the body to do any damage.
Well, that's kind of like how they lobbied.
Yeah, and then the GI
e-cigarettes.
tract kills it on top
This
of
is
it.
kind of like how they lobbied against e-cigarettes, saying, "Oh, it causes this popcorn lung." I'm sorry, I've been using e-cigarettes since 2013. I still haven't had popcorn lung.
Right.
Funny thing you say that. The reason they want to go after it is not for the fact that it's smoking. It's for the nicotine. Because
You can find nicotine in potatoes. Why do you think McDonald's French fries are so damn addictive?
I've been reading a few studies that the number one killer of nanotechnology is fucking nicotine.
That's why they're trying to kill the tobacco industry.
So do with that information what you will.
They're not going to stop at menthol cigarettes, folks. Or
Hey,
flavored cigarettes.
just know that people who grow their own tobacco don't have any of the health issues that the modern cigarette smoker has.
Thanks.
Yeah, because you didn't add the 5,999 extra chemicals in there.
Yep.
Like other antidepressants and stuff that they put in there.
You know what I started enjoying?
What's that?
I actually, and this is kind of like a rare occasion events, but I actually started enjoying these right here.
Cigarettes?
A pipe.
Like an actual legit,
Stogie?
pipe.
Oh, there you go.
Just raw tobacco.
Yeah.
You see, I go one step a little bit further than that. I prefer to go like I like hookah tobacco.
You like what?
Hookah tobacco.
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Delicious.
But you want to get traditional.
Hashish?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want
Some
weird-
You
shisha.
don't want the Americanized shit?
So,
The
you
Americanized
want
has all
you
sorts of
want
additives
you want
and chemicals and
actual
bullshit.
Indian
Turkish.
Turkish or Indian shisha. And oh my god, totally different kind of.
It is really
It
good,
is
yeah.
low nicotine level. Holy cow,
Yeah, you
super
can-
low.
Because you don't want to be taking bongs
Vaccinating.
and high nicotine.
Oh no, it's not even that. It's such a
Those are facts,
slow
Sadie.
burn because you're
Sprinkle a little
doing
bit
it
in there.
with like latent heat. So, like your tobacco is underneath a piece of charcoal. So whenever you take the hit in, it's drawing in the warmth around it and just kind of sizzling everything. So you get this like super slow burn, low heat.
It's not direct. It's not direct.
It's
like,
indirect heat.
Not direct. Yeah.
And so like it's so much more of a cooler smoke, and then it goes through water filtration on there. Like people out in India do not, if they only smoke hookahs, they don't have lung issues out there. The ones that do, the people that have lung issues out in the Middle East are the one it's very popular to have unfiltered cigarettes. So you're getting a lot more carbon and then pieces of tobacco that you're like swallowing.
Here's
and tar.
Here's a question, okay? When it comes to cigarettes without filters, what have you seen those plastic, filters that you attach to it? How much does it actually fucking filter?
It's not that you're looking for. You're trying to slow down the tar production.
Yeah. Giving you
So that's the only thing that you're you're slowing down, because I've seen the buildup.
Yeah, you're just slowing down that tar production on it. That's all you're You'd rather see it coat that versus going into your lungs.
Like smoking a big ass pipe like this long.
We made it into the 1.6 million subjects.
All right. Who's the one that said it? Who said it? Who put it in the deck?
Getting close.
1.6.
Who said it?
1.6 million.
What? Who did it?
I think it's time. We need some FAs in the chat.
Maybe.
For sure.
Middle East SIGs on another level, dude. Okay, check
I
this out.
never hope you have to rebuild your node.
There was.
Oh, no
I'm gonna
way.
look it up right now.
Yeah.
What happened?
Something happened.
Oh no.
We don't know. Yeah, we had some invalid what was it say variables and my node like wouldn't start and it was just like stuck, and so we had to like nuke it and restart it, and it is taking forever for no reason. For no reason.
Well, I heard DCA Adventures rated F.
It is rated F.
So
Maybe.
one of the best cigarettes I've ever had
It's okay.
is actually like a Korean or Chinese like Lamborghini brand cigarette. It's like ice.
Yeah.
Like ice volt.
Lembo ice.
Oh, dude,
the ones that I
fucking
like,
delicious.
the ones that I liked are from way back in the day, dude.
Like Tonino Lamborghini GTs.
The one that I liked were the old school BBs.
And they're only check this out. A pack's only like $6.
They were the BBs were like a half a cigarette basically, wrapped in a tobacco leaf, and then had a piece of string wrapped around it. But like you take a puff of it, and it was sweet tobacco, no harshness, no earthiness at all. It was just super sweet.
Yeah, I had the Tonino Lamborghini Ice Tornado, but the only thing they have now is the Lamborghini
For some point,
GTs.
probably. Yeah.
Ice
Like
tornado.
Yeah, it was a menthol. It's a menthol, but it's like a minty.
That's
Here,
just-
you guys can take a look at it. But it's time for an announcement. Have we had enough FAs? Yes, we have. Ladies and gentlemen, and to all you sexy motherfuckers, DCA Adventure is rated F for fucking awesome. Rudd's like, you are not
Essentially.
black. What, are you saying I can't have menthol? No. Menthol cigarettes, not menthol pipe tobacco. When it comes to the pipe tobacco, I like that traditional, like I want it to feel and like a Sherlock Holmes kind of a feel. Like it gives you that recall of a classical, time. So my favorite one so far that I've tried is actually like a cherry. My favorite so far is actually the Captain Black cherry tobacco.
Captain Black.
Yeah.
It's the blackest. Black Death lungs. It's the tastiest.
But yeah, no, like seriously, like one of the best things ever for me when it comes to that pipe is after I'm done smoking, the flavor is still just right there in the goatee. I can just and it just helps me like relax, chill out. It's like,
Let me just store some of this here for later.
just store some of that essence right there, that
Plastic filters on fire. Yum yum.
oh Lord, yeah. Screw plastic filters. Sadie says, I make my cigs with menthol pipe tobacco. Dude, I found out that, I could actually go to Camp Pendleton and get menthol cigarettes here in California. Even though in California, menthol cigarettes are illegal. Why? Because Camp Pendleton is federal. They don't give a fuck about California laws.
Come
I'm
get
like,
me.
oh,
Come
I've
get me,
sensed
Kelly.
a business opportunity here.
Yeah. Next week, Chris won't be here. He'll be busted for trying to sell black market.
Yeah, black market menthol cigarettes.
How long do you think they put you in jail in Cali for that? Probably a long time, huh?
Yeah, because you're
to make an example out of you.
because
just
you'd be
make-
oppressing the
yeah.
black community by selling it to them.
Terrible.
But can they make that charge if I only sell to friends and family?
Yeah, they'll still say that to you.
Yeah,
They'll
it's
they'll
still
be like,
sold.
you're selling it to them because you're
taking
racist.
any money for it at all.
It
Maybe if you got sexual favors for him, it wouldn't be considered selling.
would be barter and trade at that point.
That's
wouldn't
right.
it?
Yeah, that's totally legal then.
No, there's still a presumed value, so there is
Yeah.
still a taxable event.
That's funny.
It's like the taxable event was when I paid for the fucking cigarettes in the first place.
Yep.
They're just gonna make life a taxable event. Be like, there's a tax for that. Like, oh, your house went up $100,000 last year. There's
We're gonna
definitely
charge
tax
you
for that.
unrealized gains tax.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna
That's
buy this
taxable
pack
event.
of cigarettes. I'm gonna sell each cigarette for $5 a piece because it's menthol.
Lord help us all.
Those crackheads on the street corner be like, you got the menthol
By
cigarette.
the way, guys, smash that like button. Get
P. Diddy oil.
Crypto Bedell says, get the P. Diddy oil and let it ride.
Too bad
Oh,
it's not
Lord.
oil, it's GHB.
How much of Hollywood and fucking the music industry is gonna go down with P. Diddy?
Can be
Yeah, I
glorious.
haven't upgraded to ceramic pipe. I have just wood.
How much wood?
How much wood can a woodchuck chuck if
So
a
much
woodchuck
wood.
chuck?
I have as much wood as that woodchuck did chuck.
You had a woodchuck chucking on your wood? That's gross.
You're nasty.
Only on my pipe wood. You know,
It's
I
the
bought
beaver
my pipe
sparkles
from the
that taste
woodchuck.
like vanilla, though.
Oof.
You know, the woodchuck was an entrepreneur.
He says his pipes is an attachment. It's an add-on.
Ooh, Captain Black tastes good in ceramic. Well, it tastes good in the wood. I'll have to try ceramic next time. I don't know if I don't get a ceramic pipe,
Definitely a good
but
smoking thing. Yeah, for sure.
maybe. Who knows?
I used to have these vape cartridges I made with ceramic coils on them. They were pretty good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like it's a cleaner burn almost, like because it heats up evenly.
Now, for me right now, just got these right here, you know, and maybe like a juice or two for this one.
Yeah. No, you can get ceramic coils for those.
Yeah. I haven't tried the ceramic ones.
They're okay. They last about the same.
No, I don't go outside into the woods. I just go to my front porch.
Yeah.
Or the backyard, but
No.
usually the front porch. Chairs are more comfortable.
Be like, hey, Rude, do you want to play with my woods? Why are you saying it like that? Why are you putting the emphasis on the W? Woods.
But yeah.
What? Like it's like Cool Whip, right?
Ooh, quit.
He needs to
Cool
come off that. He needs to come off that concealed miner back there. He's probably listening.
Seriously, what's Crypto Mikhail up to? Where you been, Mikhail? What's going on?
Need to go slog the dolphin or something. I don't know.
Right.
Log the dolphin, choking the backyard chicken.
I'm taking care of kids.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
That's why I was so late. Mine wouldn't stay in bed. Go to bed.
Yeah, no, mine won't either.
How many did you flush down the toilet?
Kids? All of them.
Yeah,
Except two.
Bro,
Only a couple million.
This, Gundy. So my little felon got kicked out of daycare for
For
a
biting?
week
For
for
biting?
biting. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for biting.
Dude, that sucks, man.
Whole fucking week.
Damn, bro.
So what
But
were the
beat
repercussions?
Bit four kids.
Yeah.
What were the parenting repercussions that he
He doesn't do it over here. This is like the first time he's ever done this. like ever. He's been going to this place for 2 years and never had this issue.
So what
But-
did the kid do that
Maybe
caused
he's
him to
teething.
bite
That's
this kid
what
in
I said.
retaliation?
Yeah,
That's what I said. I said how much of a dickhead is this kid? But it's not the same kid. It's been like multiple. It's been multiple kids.
Oh,
4
he's
different
bitten
kids.
multiple kids?
4 kids, yes, 4.
He's like, "Ah!"
He got sent home for a week because he bit 4 kids.
Were they ganging up on him? I mean, that's what sounds like
I
to
don't
me.
know, man.
My
Like,
mom-
what did those
I don't
4
know.
kids do? What?
When her molars start going in, she just starts biting stuff.
Yeah, man. I don't know. He doesn't.
That's called teething. You know,
He
this.
doesn't
I think this
bite.
is slightly different.
He doesn't bite here at home.
normally either, but like if she's teething, she'll definitely bite more.
Like
Or
biting
4
someone
words
is an
straight. Yeah,
expression of
quit.
like you've offended me in such a harsh manner. I have no other mechanism of dealing with this offense.
Yeah. All of our friends are like, just bite him back, and I'm like, he doesn't bite us here. Like, I'm not. It's,
I
It's not-
seriously want to know what the heck the dadgum kids did to your kid that
Yep.
caused that
Well,
put him in a position where he
You have a
felt
dog
that
at
biting
home?
back
Yes,
was
I
the
do have a
only
dog.
option he had.
I do have a dog at home.
2.5-year-olds, like
and a cat
they're just crazy anyway.
and chickens.
I got scars from
And none of
bites.
them really bite.
I don't know. The rooster bites. He's a fucking asshole.
He fucking pecks and scratches. That's different. He's trying to peck a hole in
Dude,
you.
he gets like all fluffed up with his feathers, and he like jumps and he'll try to kick you, he'll, like
Yep.
run at you.
Yep,
That's when you punch
with his
him
little single
Asshole.
claw on his back legs.
You just fucking boot his ass
Motherfucker.
once. Just stay away. I
That is not true.
mean, they might come back after you, but usually booting him gets him out of there. Really,
Yeah, he is.
he'll back off for sure.
It's from the animals. I mean, I could see that. I mean, we play tug of war with our dog, like with a rope.
Hmm.
So I mean, I could see that being a thing.
Yep.
But he doesn't. It's always a confrontation at daycare when it happens. He gets
Of course.
pissed off here, and he doesn't bite
Everybody's
us
crying.
here.
What did your kid
so-
say was the reason why he bit them?
He's 2.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Give me
know.
no reason.
He
He didn't give me no reason.
he barely got
He
words.
just
at that
said,
point.
"I bite."
Yeah,
Sorry.
bite, daddy, bite. Oh, why? Oh, dad, bite. Okay.
yeah, but
Yeah,
even when
maybe-
my nephew was
maybe
2
rude.
years old, he could at least give me a reason.
No.
You know, even if it was
Oh,
like
not
the
bad.
English wasn't perfect, I mean, I could still grasp the situation.
I don't know, man. I
He
think
needs food, maybe. I don't know. It's
Hmm.
been at different times, so I don't know. Like in the day.
Well, maybe a 2
One
week
time is
vacation
at the end of the
puts he
day.
needs.
It's a whole week. And
Oh,
we got
it's
shit to
just
fucking
one
do,
week,
bro.
not 2.
It's 1 week, yeah.
Well,
It's 1 week. We got shit to do though, man. And we still have to pay for it. Like he's gone for a week. We still got to pay for that week. Like that's fucked up shit.
that's the part where I'd
Oh,
take
dude, I
a
would've
report,
told him
say,
that.
hey, you know, rendered
was like, if
services
he's not
rendered. You
coming
didn't
in, I'm not
render
paying
any
you.
services. Why should I pay you?
that's against the law, I think. Unless you pay per month.
We pay for months,
Mm.
but I don't know.
There's contracts behind that.
Yeah, but if you miss days and stuff, you don't really get any money back.
No,
Mm-mm.
it's actually part of their contracts if you look at them.
Mm-hmm. It's the
They
problem
can
with the
expel kids for the
yeah.
buck of it, and you're still on the hook for it.
Well, I am blaming more towards not necessarily the teachers, but I feel there are a lot of kids in the room now. The more than there,
elementary
way more than there
teachers
used
are
to
so
be.
dumb these days too.
And I don't think they're like.
What the heck is going on?
I think Rudd is
Watching
on. I
very
think
well.
I think Rude's on like on a roll here. I think the solution is
food,
nap
maybe.
time. Just chloroform all the kids and just
Yeah.
put them to sleep.
or you can do like a
I remember
Oh,
nap
yeah.
time. It was great.
There was a daycare in my area that went down big time. She actually,
Mr. Junior's
the lady
offense,
actually killed
yeah.
the kid because she was feeding him Benadryl.
I don't know, man. He can be
Hold
someone
on.
else
Hold on.
sometimes.
Say that again, Gundy. Who was feeding who Benadryl? Benadryl?
There's a daycare near where I live, kind of, but there was a lady giving Benadryl to kids, get them to go to sleep.
Ooh, yeah.
One of them
Wow.
didn't make it. Needless to say, she probably got fired and sued and arrested.
Sent to jail.
Do not
Yeah.
pass go.
That's crazy, dude.
Do not
For
collect
anybody that
$200.
might be watching beyond our local regular audience, I'm joking about using chloroform. Chloroform's not a good idea, okay?
Man, you got some in your eye. You keep
YouTube,
winking. Why?
YouTube, I'm joking.
Why? Yeah, you have something in your eye.
fingers
You
are
keep
closed. His
winking
fingers
over
are
there.
Nanny. Oh my
Jermaine,
god.
like, Zanny nanny.
That's terrible, man. Like, just be careful,
That's
guys, where you take
terrible.
your kids to like get watched if you have any. Just make sure
Yeah.
that they're vetted big time, because you never know, man.
There's some weirdos out
Well,
there.
hey, gentlemen, I actually got to get out of here. I have a 2:30. I got to leave out of here at 2:30. I put in a 2 weeks notice. I didn't just quit, so I still have to work.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got to get up.
Yeah, he's got to do this
2:30.
one more time too.
Well, go night night, Chris.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being.
Because Chris is rated
Man.
F
he just muted himself.
for fucking awesome.
Am I still muted?
No, you're good now. We can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here. You're fucking awesome. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Join the Discord and subscribe. Stay tuned for more FA fucking content.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Peace out, guys. I got to take off.
Later,
Right.
man. Speaking of FA content,
Right.
what's the lineup for tomorrow, Mikhail?
Bro, what's going on for tomorrow?
You know it, man. I'm going live first thing in the morning at
Woo!
9 o'clock full standard time for Good Morning Miners.
10
Then
a.m.
we'll have our boy. Yeah, it's 10 a.m. Eat shit time.
East Coast is the best coast.
All right, now it's not.
That's actually not the coast, bro. The
It's not. No, that's the scary part. It's like
coast
what
is
300 miles inland.
Yeah.
Bro, I got wrecked more than the coast has gotten wrecked in the last 100 years.
All right, well, hold on. Let me get this real fast. Then we have Serpent going live after I am, and then we'll have Panda, and then we'll have Rabid. All of us will be live in the morning, and then followed by us again here tonight or tomorrow night on DC
Yeah.
Adventure. We'll be live again, me and them, for all the mining shenanigans. We're mining after dark.
Yeah, you want to
Um,
get deep into some hardware? That's the night to go.
So
Ooh,
deep.
so deep.
But
So
anyway,
deep.
I just find like here's my crazy thought for the day, right? So all of this just happened near the Appalachian Mountains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just think about it, like all of the stuff that's been washed out of those mountains right now.
Or washed back into. I
Yeah.
heard that. I've heard some stories of people that are digging out like roads and buildings and just getting dead bodies.
Yeah,
Like that's
Well, there's all sorts of
yeah, and they're
different.
finding a bunch of kids in the woods right now.
yeah.
Yeah, they found a whole bunch of kids just like in the middle of the forest, like no parents, just kids.
Yeah, stranded.
Just kids.
Really?
It's just odd that you have a lot of kids showing up in one spot with no parents. I'm just
Maybe it's the neighborhood kids. They're just
I don't know, man.
shenanigans or something.
I'm calling shenanigans. That's for fucking sure.
For sure. Yeah. It's pretty shenanigan-y.
Yeah. I just thought it was wild.
Yeah, there's like a whole bunch of people that they're not sure if they're dead or not. That because like
yeah.
where they were at in
Yes, Ruth. That's kind of what I'm.
Where-
It's the Appalachian Mountains. Man.
yeah where
Yes,
where they were
100%.
in some of the valley sections where there was only a singular road to get to them, and that
That's
road's non-existent.
Gone. Yes,
Absolutely gone.
Concrete. Fuck.
Yeah. The young and able will be able to get out,
Yeah.
but like the people that are like immobile, the elders, like
Yeah.
No way.
they're there to die right now.
Yep.
And the
and
the
it's
state
sad.
cops are keeping everybody out. I saw one
They just arrested the fire department guy that was doing that.
Yeah,
Yep, they just arrested him for it.
good. You know,
Wait,
this guy left town,
Bad apple,
state
man.
line to get food. He came back and couldn't get back in the state. He
Yep.
ended up like ramming a fucking guardrail and taking out like beating the shit out of like 4 cops.
And the
Get
FEMA
fucking
person that was in northwest North Carolina. Yeah, after he did his rally, I guess his smug attitude kind of pissed off a whole bunch of locals, and
Yeah, for
they
sure, John.
they beat him. There was no mercy on this guy.
You're going back to
They
mob
told
rule,
they
guys?
they told him they told everybody that they were not going to be going into areas that were unsafe or unaccessible.
Which
It's
is
like
all of it.
I'm like, that's your
Which
fucking
is all,
job to
yeah.
fucking locate people to get them to safety, is it not? But don't worry, they spent 1.2 billion on immigrants.
Yeah.
That's the other part that
Yeah.
pisses people off right
You
now.
can get $750.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I heard that there's a not
Well-
it's not in Asheville, but it's another town close to Asheville where the
My
town was
sister is like
declined.
an hour.
Yep.
Like their whole town was wiped, and they were declined the $750.
She had
Yep.
bad damage, so she didn't lose her house or anything.
Like, that's insane.
Because
glad that
quote
she didn't lose her
unquote
house,
they
though.
had insurance. But hey, guess what, everybody? There was no
You should-
flood
you're-
insurance because they had never
Yeah,
flooded
seriously.
before.
Who gets flood
Yeah, man.
insurance at like that high of an elevation?
Right.
Nobody.
Like
Yeah.
I watched,
Yeah, it's
like I know a
another,
guy in North
it's another
Carolina,
Hawaii thing, you know?
and like
Now
they
part 2, bro.
they had a hay barn that
government's
was
gonna take all the land.
that was like right up next to the house, right? And as this storm came in, they started getting water that was coming up to the house. So they sacrificed a whole bunch of hay bales and tried to make like a makeshift dam. Well, the water just after a tree fell, the water started getting diverted to the other side of the hay barn, which was great for their house because their house they just built.
Bad for them.
And so after the storms were gone, it dug out a 10-foot trench next to the hay barn and blew out a quarter of the concrete, eroded it away. And then they show other areas and that were like downstream from where they were, and there's like 30, 40-foot carvings of water. I was like, oh my God.
I got a couple glimpses. of
Yeah, I heard
like,
the same
footage
thing.
of
dude.
The water coming through. It was like instantly. Like you had no chance to react.
The town that everybody's saying that the government just made eminent domain, from what I understand, is in the process of being dug out right now. And everybody that's digging it out are going, no, it's not eminent domain. And it's I forget the name of the town, but I know that they did a movie in that town. It's like known for like a waterfall or something like that you can see from the town, and most of that town is like got completely wiped out. It was next to a river. But the building, some of the buildings are still there and stuff. So I mean, there's something to rebuild. It's just a matter of is the insurance company is going to play nice, because there was no flood insurance on any of these people. This was an epic natural disaster of epic proportions that hadn't been seen since the early 1700s.
Well, you know what the government can do though, right? They can come in and declare a natural disaster and then pay them what, like the cost of their land, like
That's making it eminent domain.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Well, you know why that kind of doesn't sit right with me? Because where's the biggest lithium mine in the United States found?
It's like right in the foothills, right
Really?
like right down the way from where that town
So if the
is.
government just takes all this property, what happens to the giant fucking $1 billion lithium mine
And it's the third largest lithium mine in the world.
in the world? Yes.
Yeah, they're
if you ask your Amazon Alexa if they use cloud seeding at the
Oh, yeah.
hurricane, Alexa will tell you yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll tell you that it was used to steer the hurricane
Steer.
in
Yeah,
the direction.
steer. They tried that before.
Yep.
They got really good at it.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm like the people that are down there are so pissed off. They like
And then
I
Kirk
like
and
with
Kirk
the
down
way
in
that
the
everything
Gulf
is
at a
getting
category
handled
5?
right now.
Oh, projected category 5.
You might as well have just said that Trump just won because of what just fucking happened with how oh yeah you're gonna get this.
Didn't make it that far, bro. Make it to the election. There's 31 days left till election. I don't even think we're gonna make it that long. We're gonna be wrapped up in some other war, and you can't have an election during wartime.
They're hoping that they can escalate World War III real quick.
I mean, they're on.
They're
the
trying.
bro.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
all these people we left all of our weapons to, they're coming back for us, and it's not gonna be a little one this time. It's gonna be a big one. I hate to fearmonger people, but shit, man, lock and load, buy food, make sure you have some way to cook food if you don't have power. You know, it could be your town next.
Right. Right.
Yep.
I don't know. It's just the way that they're stopping people, like the citizens, from helping other citizens. I'm like, why? Like, let them help. Like, who cares? Like, what's the skin off your back? Like, the dude fucks himself up. Like, this is on his own, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like, why is it your job to police people trying to help people? Like, that's just fucked up.
35. For sure.
Yeah.
So we are definitely well over that 1 hour marker, guys. And I'm
That's
kind of
it.
getting,
We're
I'm kind of getting tired.
Yep, that's it. We're done.
Rant over.
Right. Rant's over. I'm
Well
tired.
screwed. Go home.
All right. That's
Hug
it.
your loved
Everybody,
ones.
get
Big
out.
Rome, you're close to right, Big Rome. So, you know, make sure you got water, food,
Oh yeah.
and lead.
We're not telling you what to do. We're just telling you what we're doing.
And if
Facts.
you live in a
Good
small town, man, get a couple neighbors on your side. You know, maybe
At one point in time, the government used to say 2 chickens per person in every household.
shit, that alone would sustain you.
Yep.
Like, you could be eating butt nuggets for fucking good old times all the time.
Hey, these
Might
are
get
facts.
You might get sick of eggs, but man, you will.
I pull at least
Eggs,
2 to
but you
3
ain't
a
gonna
day.
get sick.
At least.
You might get sick of eggs, but man, you won't die.
Nope.
The incredible edible egg
Right?
coming to a
I eat an egg Sammy almost every morning.
Mmm.
Hell yeah, man.
Fried egg sandwich with like some ham and like a little bit of cheese on it, on some toast. Mmm.
I bought some eggs at the store the other day.
Oh,
I was like, brown, and I was like, let me do a test real quick. I like soaked one in the water. I was like, the brown came off. I'm like, you fucking assholes. Are you spraying eggs brown now? Like, fucking A.
it's not
Little
brown
chickens.
enough for them. They want the because like there's
no.
different shades of brown.
Oh,
And
yeah.
everybody
There's
wants that
different
per-
shades to this brown here.
Everybody
so-
wants the perfect brown egg, you know, the
Yeah.
cliche one, and it's like, yeah, you're not getting that kind of
You gotta have
uniformity in
more
nature.
you gotta have more chickens.
They do the same thing with apples, man. They paint the motherfuckers. and then you eat that shit.
No, they don't paint them. They figured out what genetic fuck up makes them look like that.
I mean, I've seen commercials and shit. They're like,
just
oh,
like a fully red tomato.
Yeah, thank you, John Tremaine. He said it was Chimney Rock. North
Yes,
Carolina.
yes, that's it. Chimney Rock. Thank
Chimney
you.
Rock, yeah.
yeah.
As soon as he said it, I was like, yeah, Chimney
Yep.
Rock. I was like, it was.
Well, they already have bids on that on what's
They
in there.
they used there's a waterfall that I think it was in The Last of the Mohicans. That was used right there. You can see it from the town.
Sadie.
You tried, Sadie. You tried.
Time for night night. Somebody needs to go night night.
Valiant effort. It's a valiant effort.
Us East Coasters, it's getting late, man. It's getting late.
Right. It's almost midnight for you.
11:30.
I mean, she's central, so cool standard time.
Right.
Texas for the win.
Sadie's in the good time. Best timeline.
The crap standard time.
But
Whoa.
but in a state that hates you by trying to make you melt to the pavement.
Yeah. Tejas.
Nice.
Yeah. They do
It's
that.
like hot.
Yo.
The sun is just gonna be like, I hate everyone here. Whoa!
Rude.
All day and
Rude
still
said
be hot.
they said it's 6 in. The sun's coming up.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Woo!
Rude.
Yep.
Rude.
Nice.
Staying up late. Or you get up early.
One of the
He's
two.
probably staying up late, huh? It's for the weekend.
Early.
Right. He's probably been drinking.
Oh,
Having a
yeah.
couple brewhas.
Dude, cocktail hour. Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I might have to have a nightcap of my own.
Nice.
There you go.
So, but with that being said, everybody, let's go ahead and call it right here. Thank you, everybody, for coming here. All that good stuff. Definitely smash that lizardy like
Be
button. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification. All that good stuff. And peace out. Stay savage. And, of course, we'll see you on the next one. Yo.
Peace
Later,
out.
guys.
Yo.